Happening now, jury selection continues in the murder case lodged against a Jamestown man. An update from Chautauqua County Court next. Plus, we check in with one of the area's largest coffee chains who are hosting a major fundraiser today, helping kids in the community.
Well, it is not feeling like late July at all out there today, but we've got some cooler air continuing. We'll talk about it next as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Arguments in the murder trial for a Jamestown man, Tavion Turner, are getting one day closer. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Turner faces 2 second-degree murder charges in the 2017 homicide of 22-year-old Dylan Ownbay. Our chief court reporter, Matt Hummel, is joining us in studio with the latest on where this case is. Matt.
Yes, Justin. In the Tavion Turner case, so far 8 jury members have been selected for that trial, meaning 4 more need to be selected plus some alternates. Jury selection, of course, started last Wednesday and should take about the rest of the week here, which is normal in a homicide trial. Now, Turner, as you alluded to, faces 2 counts of second-degree murder. One, because he is accused of killing 22-year-old Dylan Ownbay, and the other count is that, according to the allegation, the killing occurred during a felony. Now, of course, we will continue to follow that as it progresses. Right now, the Erie County District Attorney's Office is prosecuting, while Jamestown attorney Avery Olson is representing Mr. Turner.
Now, Matt, why Erie County? Why did they have to step in and prosecute this on behalf of Chautauqua County's DA?
That's a very good question, and just to give a little timeline, in the very beginning, when Mr. Turner was indicted in Chautauqua County Court, Ned Barone, who is the public defender for Chautauqua County, represented Turner. Because of a conflict of interest there, Jason Schmidt, who at the time was a defense attorney based in Fredonia, took over, I should say, Mr. Turner's case. Jason Schmidt, of course, is now the Chautauqua County District Attorney, so there's a conflict of interest there. And why, some may ask why nobody in the Chautauqua County District Attorney's Office can prosecute. It's still a conflict of interest. Nobody in that office can. So the court appointed and the county retained the Erie County District Attorney's Office to be the prosecutor.
Gotcha. Now, I know we're over half the way there in the process of selecting jurors and the alternates. Do we have an idea as to when maybe that could wrap up? Because it seems like it's been going on for the past few weeks now almost.
Right. Well, we are a week in. Based on the recent progression, I'd have to say that maybe Monday we'll see the beginning of arguments. It's a tough call right now. But, I mean, again, it is normal. We're dealing with a homicide trial. It's not a low felony case by any means. So the defense attorney and the prosecution both have to take their time, do their due diligence to ensure a partial jury. So, Justin, I would expect most likely Monday or Tuesday, or at least sometime next week, the beginning of arguments will happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we'll continue to provide updates on this as time rolls on. Matt, thank you. In other news that we're following today, a 20-year-old Westfield man has been charged in connection with the May theft of 4-wheelers and several long guns in Chautauqua County. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office alleges that Cortland Hebner attempted to sell several long guns matching some stolen from a Bliss Road address. Deputies report that Heppner turned over 2 of those guns allegedly stolen. In addition to the alleged thefts, he's also accused of stealing a 2004 Polaris 400 Sportsman from that same property. Heppner, deputies say, turned himself in yesterday. He's charged with burglary, criminal possession of stolen property, and larceny. The four-wheelers, deputies report, was also located and turned back over to its rightful owner. Well, starting on August 9th, fully vaccinated U.S. citizens will be allowed to cross into Canada for tourism and recreation. Local boaters who love to cross Lake Erie to visit Canadian ports are expected to see the border restrictions lifted. But they're also wondering when their Canadian friends will be able to cross over in this direction. Lisa Adams with our news partners Erie News Now is hearing from boaters on Lake Erie.
From his slip at the Erie Yacht Club, sailor Jim McBriar told us when the Canadian border reopens to Americans next month, he expects a big group to set sail back to the yacht club in Port Dover, Ontario.
We have this long-term relationship with them, and we all go over there, so I would expect we'll have a whole armada of boats going over there in August.
McBriar is part of the Lake Erie Interclub Regatta, one of the oldest on the Great Lakes. It had to split its annual international event into U.S. and Canadian editions this year.
We have the Erie Yacht Club, the Port Dover Yacht Club, which goes way back. We have the Buffalo Yacht Club, Buffalo Canoe Club, and Dunkirk. First time this year we went into Dunkirk, we haven't been there in 15 years because we typically be in Canada.
Being able to head back to Canada is not just good news for sailboaters here in Erie. The Erie Yacht Club cruising fleet is pretty excited about it too.
We'd like to try to find a day when the winds are calm and the lake is relatively flat, and we can actually get over there in about 2 hours or so in our powerboat. Sailors, it takes a little bit longer and they want more wind.
Port Dover benefits from Erie boating tourists.
And in Dover, we all go to the Erie Beach Hotel and eat perch. That's kind of like a tradition. And there are many other really good restaurants that we enjoy as well.
But they're wondering when their Canadian boating friends will be allowed to cross into Erie.
I'm hoping that the United States is open. I understand Canada's opening. Is the United States opening to all our friends from Port Dover?
Actually, right behind me is the transient dock of our yacht club, and right now there are very few boats on it because many of the people that come here are from Canada.
Erie boaters are hoping their Canadian friends will be back soon.
Lisa, thank you. We've reached out to the American Border Patrol to see if there are any requirements before you re-enter the U.S., but have not heard back yet. One of the area's most popular coffee shops is giving back to the community today. Tim Hortons is celebrating Camp Day with proceeds from the business's sales helping disadvantaged kids in the U.S. and Canada. Blake Tarana, the owner of the Jamestown and Olean area Tim Hortons chain, explains that a portion of hot or cold coffee purchases goes to sending local kids from right here in Jamestown to a Tim Hortons Foundation camp.
Between all of our 7 locations and then all the Tim Hortons in the U.S. and Canada, we will donate all of our hot and iced coffee sales. We donate it to the Tim Hortons Children's Foundation, and it helps local kids go to camp.
Additionally, customers can make direct donations to that foundation at any Tim Hortons location any time of the year. Other ways to donate include buying a Camp Day bracelet and rounding your change up today. Chautauqua County Executive P.J. Wendell and Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist were both at Tim Hortons this morning, encouraging the community to take part. Who wouldn't want a nice cup of joe this hour? Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments section down below. We always love to hear from you. And if you're watching us on one of our many rebroadcast points, we thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and download the WNY News Now mobile app. It's free. Just search WNY News Now wherever you get apps. Great to see Lisa. Good to see Scott, Mark, Daniel, and Diane. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you joining us. Well, now let's get to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by with a first look at our weather. And it's quiet out there now, Dakota, but for some, it was pretty blustery overnight.
Yeah, it was. We had those showers and thunderstorms through the evening and especially overnight. I was on my Xbox last night and man, rumble of thunder came right through, and I heard it right through my gaming headset. So that was really tells you how loud it was. Warren City Bank shows you those clouds overhead right now, and the clouds are going to be parting as we go through the afternoon hours today. This is the rain showers that we had early this morning on the radar. They're kind of moving to the southeast, and they're kind of clearing out now. So the rest of the afternoon should be dry, but we still have that stubborn cloud cover in place for early this afternoon, but we should clear it on out of here for the later part of the afternoon. And I just wanted to mention this one more time. We mentioned this, I believe, on Monday. We are at 11.70 inches of rainfall for the month, not the year, the month, at the Jamestown airport. So we are so far the rainiest July ever in the city of Jamestown, dating back to 1895. That's when records started being kept here. So it's unbelievable how much rain we've had, but there could be some better weather ahead. We'll tell you about it later. 80 and 61 is the high and low today. 95 and 38 is the record high and lows for today. So through the afternoon, patchy early fog, otherwise mostly cloudy. Some sunshine may come our way toward the later part of the afternoon. Much cooler and less humid. If you're on the highest hills of the southern tier, 67. That's it, to around 74 near the Lake Erie shoreline with a northwest wind 7 to 16 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow should be a nice day, a little bit warmer. Then we get into a few showers. We'll talk about it with that 7-day coming up later in the show. Justin.
All right, Dakota, we'll see you back in about 10 minutes. I love this refreshing forecast. The city of Jamestown will hold several sessions to gauge the public's input on their strategy to use money allocated from the American Rescue Plan. Last week, Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist unveiled his distribution plan for that $28 million the municipality received as part of the act. Officials are encouraging residents to voice their thoughts on the plan and to give ideas for what projects could be started with the recovery money. The Chautauqua Region Community Foundation is helping to facilitate a public input session that's set for tomorrow at Jefferson Middle School's auditorium. It starts at 7 o'clock. 3 more sessions will then follow on July 24th at James Prendergast Library at 10 a.m., July 27th, the Chautauqua Center at 7, and the 29th at the Emmanuel Baptist Church also at 7. We have a full link to all of that at our website, WNYNewsNow.com. The funds are intended for a number of purposes, including to replace lost public sector revenue, support economic stabilization for households and businesses, and address systematic public health and economic challenges. Well, lawmakers in Dunkirk are rethinking their decision to ban a local car club from holding events in the North County city. During yesterday's Common Council meeting, the group tabled a resolution that would revoke a loudspeaker permit for Unique Car Club's Point Gator car show happening Saturday, August 14th. Earlier in the month, the council banned the club from hosting events in Dunkirk following a slew of noise complaints during one of them. Dunkirk Police Chief David Ortolano previously saying his officers were called to that festival around a half a dozen times, saying the organizer of the event was eventually charged with several counts of violating the city's noise ordinance. Well, the car club's organizer, Ron Rivera, spoke at length with lawmakers during the meeting, apologizing for the previous event that happened at the fairgrounds.
If you guys tell me you could do it, but you can't do this, I'm fine with it. You know, they told me last year, this year when you go to do it, you can't do the loud exhaust. I didn't do it last year, I didn't do it this year, because I know if I do it, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Now, following the discussion, it appears the upcoming show will happen as scheduled. Lawmakers hope that going forward, there will be better dialogue between the group and the city to prevent future incidences. Well, coming up next, when expanded unemployment benefits will be reduced here in New York. And later, Babe Ruth baseball is back in Jamestown. We speak with one of the group's organizers about what's to come. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Located along the Amish Trail, the Randolph Retail Company offers a variety of clothing, jewelry, and gifts for any occasion. Offering uptown merchandise at small-town prices, our locally owned business balances quality and value. With complimentary gift wrap here at the Randolph Retail Company, we pride ourselves in personal service. Check out our Facebook page or stop in today at 127 Main Street, Randolph, just a 20-minute drive from Jamestown.
Have the best summer ever with endless adventures at Girl Scout Summer Camp. Financial aid available, open to all girls. For more information, call or go to gswny.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Extended unemployment benefits in New York State will be reduced soon. That's according to New York's Department of Labor. The agency says starting on August 9th, unemployment will only be available for a maximum of 13 weeks. The change, officials say, is because the state fell below the federal government's previously established rate to qualify for the highest level of the extended unemployment benefit. Those on unemployment past week 13 will no longer be eligible for those expanded benefits on their existing claim. They will, however, still be eligible for the basic benefits through September 5th. Now, some across the state have argued the extended benefits put in place due to the pandemic's closures are discouraging people from getting back to work and in turn creating a labor shortage. New York State Senator George Borrello has proposed legislation to end the expanded benefits. However, that push has not gained much traction. In Chautauqua County, the unemployment rate is at 5.7%, up slightly from last month. A 92-year-old woman was killed in a house explosion yesterday near Buffalo that damaged at least 6 other homes. Fire crews responded to reports of power outages and burning debris in the road at about 7:20 in the morning. National Grid said that 544 customers lost power during the incident. Authorities identified the victims as the home's occupant, Irene Sanok. The cause of the explosion is still under investigation. Well, a tiny fraction of vaccinated New Yorkers have tested positive for COVID-19 as infections and hospitalizations rise. That's the word from New York's health department, who says at least 8,700 vaccinated people have tested positive for the virus out of nearly 11 million New York residents who are fully immunized. As vaccine makers ramp up their COVID testing on kids under 12, there's also a new push now to get kids vaccinated as soon as possible, as schools in the U.S. get ready to reopen for this fall semester. Steve Nannis takes a closer look.
Kids heading back to school, the COVID-19 Delta variant surging, and pharmaceutical companies conducting vaccine trials for children under 12. So, when will shots be available for kids?
We are hopeful we have a safe and effective vaccine for younger children before the year is over.
The CDC director making that prediction during a Monday virtual meeting with a group of 24 business groups and public health organizations. The group announcing an initiative to help working parents get their eligible children vaccinated against COVID-19 and get caught up on routine vaccinations. Meanwhile, Pfizer and Moderna are still doing clinical trials to see how coronavirus vaccines work in children under 12. Pfizer saying data for children 5 to 11 could come sometime in September. And depending on the findings, it could ask the FDA to authorize emergency use of the vaccine for that age group that same month. Moderna has not said when it could potentially have its trial data results.
We still don't have the complete picture as data in this age group are limited, but we do know that even children with mild cases of COVID may face serious long-term effects.
Right now, all but 4 states are seeing an increasing trend in new daily COVID-19 cases, with doctors describing patients who are younger and sicker than those they saw in the winter. Health experts say right now, the best way to protect young children is to get shots into the arms of everyone else around them.
The ones who will also pay the price, other than the unvaccinated adolescents, are the little kids who depend on the adults and adolescents to get vaccinated in order to slow or halt transmission.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Steve Nannis.
Steve, thank you. Pfizer says its data for 2 to 5-year-olds could arrive soon after September. And for the youngest children, Pfizer says it could potentially get data in October or November and then ask the FDA to authorize emergency use. That process can take several weeks, meaning a vaccine for younger kids likely won't be available until late fall or even next year. Well, get out the mustard. It's time to celebrate a summertime staple enjoyed by old and young alike. It's National Hot Dog Day today. National Hot Dog and Sausage Council estimates Americans consume as many as 20 billion dogs each year. What's not to love? It's easy to cook in the microwave, on the stove, or even in a fire. And it's the perfect food while watching a game or when on the go. Toppings are endless, by the way, from ketchup, mustard, relish, and onions to mayo, cheese, chili. You might be able to score a deal today, too. Hot dogs are just $1 at some places around the area and free at some national retailers. Also, hot dogs are buy one, get one 5 cents at participating Nathan's Famous hot dog locations today. If you're celebrating, don't forget to share it with us on social media using the hashtag National Hot Dog Day. Well, doggone it. What a great story. Let us know what you think about this and more in the comment section down below. You a hot dog fan, Dakota?
I do. I love hot dogs, but to be honest, I don't really care for hot dogs when they're boiled.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the easiest ways to cook hot dogs is just put them in a pan and boil them. But I'm more posh, and I like mine to be mainly grilled. But,
Me too.
I love Texas hots, like AJ's, Johnny's. Woo!
My favorite hot dog, if I had to say homemade, my girlfriend's dad does an excellent job. Salen's hot dogs, the best. He has an indoor grill that he's able to cook on. Delicious any time of the year. Let us know what you guys like. What's your favorite hot dog, favorite combination? I'm a mustard, ketchup, relish kind of guy. I will get Johnny's. I do like their sauce. Delicious. What about you, Dakota? If you were just having a hot dog at home, what would you put on it?
If it was just a hot dog, it would be ketchup for me.
Yeah,
I know
ketchup.
it's a sin not to put ketchup on a hot dog, but I do. I don't like mustard. I don't like relish. But on occasion, we'll make our own version of Johnny's sauce.
Yeah.
On occasion, we'll make it, or I believe you can even go like to Johnny's Lunch or AJ's and actually buy the sauce.
I think you can.
Itself, and we'll do that sometimes. But also, another way I like hot dogs is I don't care for pigs in a blanket, but I do like the hot dog actually all enclosed in a pizza crust.
A corn dog? Or no, pizza crust dog.
Yes, pizza crust, because a pigs in a blanket is you kind of roll the hot dog in it and you still see parts of the hot dog. I don't particularly care for that. I much prefer it where the whole hot dog is enclosed in a pizza crust.
Dakota likes covered wieners. It's that simple. Let's go to weather.
Please. Thank you.
I'm going to get myself in trouble.
Let's go to storm reports from yesterday. We had a severe storm that came through a little before midnight, and this originated off Lake Erie and came into Chautauqua County. So there was a couple reports of some wind damage near Brockton, trees down on Route 380, and also near Casadega as well, trees and power lines down on Putnam Road. And as that storm moved inland into Cattaraugus County, you guys were not spared either. We had a couple of storm reports here near Cattaraugus of multiple trees and power lines down near Leon. That's in Cattaraugus County a little after 1:30 last night. And right now the weather has pretty calmed down right now. Cold front has moved on through. So this is why it's much cooler today. We're under the influence of this cold front that has moved through. So colder air surging in from the north and west, and a high pressure built in across the upper Great Lakes. That will eventually be getting here as we go throughout the next couple of days. And we're still monitoring the water level on the Chautauqua River. It's down to 3.5 inches, 3.5 feet right now is the water level. So it has came down slightly. So we are continuing to monitor that. It's still running high, but again, it is gradually receding. So that is the good news there. Just clouds downtown from the HD News Now cam. 62 is where we're at right now as a noon hour. Healthy northeast wind to 14, got a wind gust to 17. So it is not feeling like July at all, but hey, we'll take it, because I'm not a big fan of the humidity, so I'll take this nice cool air. Now, Future Scan shows you those clouds early, but notice how they will start to wisp away as we go through the afternoon. We are hopeful we'll get into some partly sunny skies for the afternoon, and then mainly clear tonight. Great stargazing weather, great snoozing weather as well. Much cooler and more comfy. Now, tomorrow we will see the influx of a few more clouds overnight and through the day tomorrow, but tomorrow should be another fantabulous day, partly to mostly sunny, and still remaining cool and comfortable. So we don't have any of that humidity to deal with, at least for now. Now, looking down the road here, this is going into the first week of August. We will start to see the heat starting to build into the northeast once again, and the long range stuff, and we've been talking about this internally in the weather office. My theory for August is going to be humid, hot, and dry. And the CPC is starting to agree with me on that. This is the precipitation outlook, so you can see we will trend drier as we go into the first week of August. So we're going to have to see how it plays out. I do think it will be turned much hotter and more drier, so we'll have to see how it goes. Now, the zone forecast inland areas today, this is not like July weather at all. It's feeling like September, but my nieces and nephews don't want to hear the word September because that means school. Next 7 days, right here, 74 tomorrow, Fresca air. It's diet summer air, so enjoy it. Isolated shower on Friday, 76, not a big deal there. As we go into Saturday and Sunday, mainly dry Saturday, better chance of storms Sunday, and then the humidity returns as we go into next week. We'll take a break, be right back.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
A call for community members to partake in the Babe Ruth World Series opening ceremony and throughout the tournament is underway in Jamestown. WNY News Now's Mario Cosentino heard from one of the group's organizers about what's on tap.
After hosting the first Babe Ruth World Series in 1980, Jamestown was selected to host the event's 40th anniversary, which is set to take place on August 14th through the 21st. The event has been played at Jamestown numerous times over the years, and this year, the 13-year-old age bracket will be played at Dietrich Park.
It's a tremendous honor for this community and a tremendous opportunity to get involved.
That's Kimberly Eklund, the event's public relations chair, who says in order to put on the event, community involvement is a necessity. This starts with the opening parade on August 13th.
We're looking for participants who want to participate in this parade down 3rd Street on a Friday night for the first time ever. This is usually Saturday morning. We decided to move it to Friday night for a little bit more community engagement.
They're also looking for individuals and groups to perform an a cappella version of the national anthem and for groups to present the American flag at each game.
If you feel confident enough to sing that song, which is one of the hardest to sing, we'll take you.
Additionally, local ministers are needed to recite an invocation at the start of each game. In years past, Jamestown families have served as host families for fans and teams traveling for the tournament. While teams will be staying in hotels this year, host family ambassadors will take on the role of showing up to the games to cheer and support the teams in any way. The tournament itself will start out with 10 teams who are guaranteed to play in at least 4 games. The Babe Ruth World Series champion will be crowned at the closing ceremonies on the 21st after the title game. Mario Cosentino, WNY News Now.
Mario, thank you. In addition to baseball, the town of Jamestown, the city of Jamestown, will be inducted into the Babe Ruth World Series Hall of Fame during that ceremony. Certainly really exciting to kind of get back to things and see the community come together with that parade and all the festivities. Let us know what you think about this story and more in the comments section down below. Good to see Cindy, good to see Pam, Lisa, and Tom and Elizabeth. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you joining us. And for those of you who maybe are watching us rebroadcasted on YouTube or on WSCE out of Erie, we really appreciate you tuning in. Best way to stay up to date with us 24/7 is by downloading our mobile app. It's free. Just search WNY News Now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. That's going to do it for us today. Of course, news does continue 24/7 on that app and on our website. We'll leave you with this look over Chautauqua Lake. Have a great day. We're back here tomorrow.